I was going to type all this out, but it occurs to me that it would probably be easier for you to just see what I do as I do it. Pardon the mess. I've not cleaned up after the last print. As you can tell, I have the exact same printer as you, and I've had the exact same issue. So, first and foremost, if the issue is that your gear here is spinning, but it's not putting anything out, it's not extruding, that means that you have stripped your filament. If that is not what's happening, you can go ahead and stop watching this video, because then it's a whole different thing. But if that's what's happening, what you can do is this knob back here, unscrew it, but make sure you don't lose the washer and the spring that are on it. I'm going to set you down for a second. Do that. Just bear with. Alright, so knob, as you can see, washer, spring, hold that all together, just set her down. That's going to cause this to now be loose, so you can just swing it out. This brass fitting right here, you're going to want to unscrew that. And this will allow this to slide. Now with that swinging free and this slid out, you'll be able to pull this filament. As you can see, I don't have any filament on mine, so all that's in there is what's there, so it'll pull all the way through. If you have a spool on, don't just keep pulling. Just pull it until you see where it's ground. Now, as you can see, this filament is, perfectly round, has no issues in it. If you've stripped out your filament, there will be a spot that's ground down. Because what's happening is your gear is trying to extrude, but it's meeting resistance for some reason, so it's just shaving off bits of filament until there's nothing left for it to grip onto. So what you're going to then do is you're going to cut the section that's ground down. You're going to cut it out. So you're just going to clip on either side of it. Then you'll, in this case, you'll have to, where's my clippers? Here we go. In this case, you're going to cut right here. And then plug your little end there back into the thing. Screw it back in. Doesn't have to be super tight, just enough to make sure it's going to hold. Then take your flap, put it back. Take your knob, put it back in. Alright. Then you'll just feed your filament back in here all the way through, and you're done. Now, the question becomes, why did you strip out your filament? In which case, it could be a number of things. You could have the distance between your bed and your nozzle too low, so it could be creating back pressure as it tries to extrude from the hot end. Also, you could have your knob here too tight, so feel free to loosen that just a little bit to create less pressure on your extruder gear. And those are the two first things I'd try.